I've never been so unserious about anything in my life than since I got terminated from my job. Hey guys, happy Thursday. For those of you who are new, my name is Andrea and my friends call me E, and well, welcome to my channel. If you are not new, thanks for coming back. So I am actually on my way home from eating crawfish and oysters. Yeah, we like to do that on Thursdays. If you're in the Dallas area and you like oysters, they do it raw, they do it char grill. Check out Nate's in Addison. They have half off of oysters on Thursdays. And their crawfish is bomb this year, so yeah. But anyway, I wanted to pick up the camera because I wanted to talk about this unemployment life. So I have a couple of confessions, I guess you can say, and maybe some unpopular opinions. But when I got terminated from my position back in January, the first thing that I did was exhale. Like, I felt so relieved. I don't know, like, I did not hate my job. I don't want to, like, have people think that. I did not hate my job. I enjoyed the money. Don't get me wrong. Your girl was making good money, especially as a single person with no kids and no debt. Like, I was making really good money. But I felt really relieved when I lost my job. Mainly because I felt like I was always on go. When you think about it, like, when we're kids and we're going to school, we're always taught, go to school, go to school, go to school, go to school, and then get a good job and you work, and then you retire at 60 plus years old. And you never really have time to just not work. Like, that's not really what's instilled in us, to like not work. Let me take these off so I can see y'all and y'all can see me. So yeah, I just felt like I was always on go. And this was the first like corporate America job I've ever worked. I always worked for some part of the government or whatever. So this was the first corporate job that I've worked, and I've never had to code switch so much in my life than working for the past company I was working for. And I feel like people don't talk about code switching enough. And when I tell y'all it's exhausting, I was exhausted from code switching. All of that corporate jargon and and, you know, having to not be the angry black girl and to have to pretend to be interested in these conversations that you're not interested in. I hated playing the game. I remember telling my friend who also works at the company, I remember telling her, like, I don't like these games. I don't play these games. And she was like, well, you kind of like have to play the game, you know, to be considered a part of the team. And I hate that. I am not that. That's not my personality. Like, I love a good game, like board game. I love a good word game. But all these corporate games, that's not my personality. I do not like that. Again, it's exhausting. I feel like I'm not being myself. And to take the mask off when you get home and then you can be yourself, I'm just like, I don't want to have to keep doing that. Now, in the government, I felt like I could not be 100% myself, but I was always myself. In corporate America, I couldn't even be myself. I had to, in its entirety, be somebody else. And that was the part that I didn't like. And that was the part that it really, like, it was just, it felt like I was living a double life. And I didn't like that. So when I got terminated, I lied to you not. The first thing I did was exhale. And I was like, what? I was shocked. But I was relieved. And you know what's one of the first things I did? Turned off every alarm on my phone. Because you mean to tell me I ain't gotta get up in the morning, like early in the morning, to go work out, to get all this stuff done before I go into the office? Thank you. Thank you for relieving me. I wish I would have gotten laid off and got money. and get like a severance package and stuff and have some things kind of like in order. But that wasn't my story. Mine was just straight like, you're terminated as of today. So yeah, I was shocked, but I was definitely relieved. And so with that kind of like weight off of my shoulders, like I feel like my anxiety had gone from like a 70% of always being like just anxious down to now I'm probably about 20%, like maybe even 10%. I've been straight chilled. Like, I know eventually I'm gonna have to get back into the workforce. That's not a problem. I'll do it. But I've been enjoying my time off, my time not having to do anything. My responsibilities, it don't include going to work. What, are you kidding me? Like, why does that, like, why would that make me upset? It does not make me upset. So yeah, I just I wanted to kind of like get that out there. Now, as I mentioned, I know I have to go back into the workforce because I've been applying to jobs because I am collecting unemployment. I am required to apply for 5 jobs a week. And so I do that. Some weeks I'm applying to more than 5 jobs. I want to say this week I applied to like maybe 6. So I think one week I applied to like 10 or something. So I am required to still apply for jobs. So I am still applying for jobs. But I think right now I'm still in the mind frame of I'm doing this because I have to and not because I need to. And I thank God that I'm in a position of that mind frame right now. So in my kind of like flighty, this is what I'm calling my the chapter of my life right now is very like flighty. I know I need to get back into getting a routine and getting more serious, and I'm actually going to try a little bit harder to get back into the workforce. Now, why did you come up on me like that? Where are you going, sir? So yeah, I've been trying to get in the workforce. So I don't want y'all to think I haven't been. Hold on, my camera's overheating. All right, so the camera, she cooled down a little bit. So, where was I? What was I talking about? I got literally lost my train of thought. What was I forgot what part I was on, like what I was talking about exactly. Either way, I am like, oh, I know what it is. I know what I was saying. I was saying something along the lines of I am finishing up this like flighty mind frame of, oh, I could just go ahead and do this. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do this. Because that's literally how I felt going to Vietnam. I was like, oh, I could just be over here as long as I want. I could just do this. I could just do that. And don't get me wrong, I'm still like trying to go somewhere else and plan somewhere else and just be there for a little bit. But I'm also getting to the point where I'm like, all right, Andrea, like you gotta sit down. Like you have to get back into getting into a routine, getting back on schedule, getting back into the gym. Because that's one thing your girl has not been doing in a very long time. I have not been in the gym in a while, and I don't like not being in the gym. Like, even though I feel like I haven't been eating a bunch of junk and I need her, you know, like, you need to be in the gym. No. I just feel like, I just feel love in the gym. Like, I just feel like I can go blank in my mind in the gym. And even though I'm not really like stressed right now, the gym is a huge stress reliever for me. And I just like being in the gym. I love how I feel after working out, and I have not been going to the gym. I said next week I was going to finally start getting back into a routine because I don't have any trips planned for the rest of May. like Memorial Day weekend and all of that, I don't have any trips planned. So I'm like, okay, I can get back into a routine for at least 2 weeks. I'm not going anywhere in June either for right now. I don't have any trips planned. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get back into a routine. Let me get back serious. Because this flighty chapter in my life has been so unserious. It's crazy. How unserious. I've never been so unserious about anything in my life than since I got terminated from my job. But I feel good about it. Like, but I need to get back into, I need to find that happy medium. That's what I need to do. Find that happy medium. And it is so funny, and I have not talked about this at all, but it's so funny because I said year 2025 was going to be the year that I find my passion. I don't know what I'm passionate about. Like, there's nothing that makes me go, I really want to do this. And I just want to try everything. And so in 2024, the end of 2024, I made this list of all these things I wanted to do or redo. And I don't know what's stopping me. Like now how it is there's chickens outside of the Buffalo Wing place. Live chickens out. Anyway, I don't know what's stopping me from doing these activities. So that's what I want to like kind of get serious on, is like actually doing the things that are on my list. I want to get serious about finding a job, but I don't want to just settle for any job. Like, I want a role that I think I'm going to like and not just take a job that's available. So that's another thing, because I do want to get some income in again. It's not going to be, I already know, it's not going to be what I was making before at my last company, because that was an inflated salary. I ain't even gonna hold you. That salary was insane. But I want to get back to, like, well, not even get back to, I just want to get to a happy medium of the serious me, the, you know, she's working, she's on a routine, she's, you know, living life, but also sprinkling in that I want to find my passion kind of activities. Like, I want to do things like go pottery making. My camera is getting hot and it's a cop up here. I want to try pottery making. I want to go horseback riding. It's been so long since I've done that. I want to get back into the gun range. Like, there's just so many things. I'm like, what is stopping me from doing it? All right, we're home now. So no more interruptions about overheating cameras. Anyway, what I was saying was, like, I don't know what's stopping me now from trying to figure out like what my passions are. As I said, I made this like full list of things that I want to do. I want to try. I want to retry, because either I've never done it or it's been so long since I've done it, and I just want to find something that I'm like really passionate about. So I have things on my list, like I want to try a swimming class. I want to do a pottery class. I want to go horseback riding. I want to go to the gun range. Things that I've, again, done before, but I haven't done in a while, or I've just never done. I have on there, like, I want to go fishing. I want to go camping. What else? Like, I have my list right here. I want to try hot pot. I want to eat some Korean barbecue. I want to take a cooking class. I want to take a dancing class, like a salsa or hip hop or exotic something. Like, nothing is holding me, nothing is stopping me from doing these things. So I'm just like, okay, Andrea, like, get out of this flighty, you know, state of mind, this chapter of your life, and start going towards like having more of a plan, more of like, do something besides just waking up every day, looking online, watching TV, going back to bed. Like, I gotta find something else to do. So I made this list back in 2024. Did not know the beginning of 2025 was gonna go the way that it did. So yeah, nothing is stopping me. So I am planning on taking you all along with me for the ride to figure out like what we doing, y'all. Like, plus we in Texas, like we in Dallas. There's tons of stuff to do. Even though people come here and they be like, it's nothing to do, da da da. No. It's always something to do. You just gotta do it. Like, look for it and do it. So yeah, I plan on just trying all kinds of activities. So you'll see me transitioning back into like debating with myself, do we want to go on a trip, do we not? But so that is why. That's pretty much what it is. So I say all of that to say, you know, if you're going through a layoff or just losing your job or transitioning jobs, my suggestion would be, number one, just exhale, just breathe. As soon as you get laid off, don't go and update your resume and find out who's, like, breathe. Whether it's take a day, take a week, take a 2 week, take however much time you need to take. Because being conditioned to just work is overrated. You need a break. We all need breaks. And I'm not talking about like a 2 week, oh, we went on vacation. No, you need a break to not even think about work. So that would be my first suggestion. My second suggestion would be apply for every single benefit you can get. Unemployment. I applied for unemployment before I even changed the email on like my 401k accounts and all these other accounts that were tied to my work email. I applied for my benefits. Apply. Start the application as soon as you can because you're going to want some income. Second thing I applied for was Affordable Health Care Act. I applied. I was like, well, I don't have any benefits anymore. Let's go ahead and get these benefits on the table. So apply for all you can apply for. If you meet the qualifications for food stamps, apply. Get it. Why not? It's essentially it's free money. Get it. If you can meet the, if you want to fill out all that paperwork, and because they do ask for a lot of information, at least in Texas, for food stamps. But if you feel like filling out all that paperwork, apply. Then you can go ahead and update your resume, update your LinkedIn, talk to your network, apply for jobs, reach out to your network, do events and stuff like that. But the first thing I strongly suggest you do is just exhale, y'all. And I know some people, they have debt or they have a family to take care of. I'm not saying to ignore that. I'm not trying to be insensitive. All I'm saying is just breathe, because this is the first job I've ever been terminated from. I've ever been fired from, or however you want to say. I've never lost a job. This is the first job I've ever lost. And honestly, I did not know how to feel at first. And there's a little part of me that's still kind of embarrassed, but I know it was no doing of my own fault. I know I didn't mess anything up. I know that I put my time and energy into this job. So it's nothing where I felt like, oh, I failed. So that was another thing. I had to not take it personally. But what I'm saying is, even though you may have kids and a family that you look, I have to provide for, just take a day. Just at least take one day to just exhale before you try to get your game plan together. So that's really my suggestion. But honestly, I feel like that's what's happening right now. I am working with the workforce. It's called Workforce Solutions in Texas. I think it's, in Texas and not a Dallas thing. So working with them, I was trying to enroll in this program, WIOA or AO. I think it's WIOA. I'll put it on the screen. And so a friend of mine told me about this program where if you're approved, they will provide funding for you to go get training for some in-demand careers. Actually, here's the paperwork right here. I'll tell you what it is. It's WIOA. And so, You have to fill out like all this paperwork. But if you are collecting unemployment, you'll be approved for it. If you're not collecting unemployment, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you can get approved for it. I think you have to like submit, like I think you have to submit like some financial stuff to say, you know, you should meet the eligibility. But because I collect unemployment, I don't have to do extra stuff. So yeah, I went there to get approved for this program where they give you funding to go through training and try to get one of these targeted occupations that's on this list. Now, this is the list for Greater Dallas. The list may be different depending on where you live. So they're looking for paralegals, secretary, and book accounting clerk type of roles, as well as web developers, graphic designers, information system analysts, computer and information system managers, all kinds of truck drivers, highway maintenance workers, dental assistants, medical assistants. So it's all types of roles on this sheet. And so what the WIOA program does, they try to get you the training that can get you and land you one of these in-demand roles. So I went there to get that approved. But while I was there, I met a lady who is actually from DC area. So we were talking, and so she had brought up about this other program. I think it's called Metrics, where you can get some training as well. They do like IT training. So if you want to do the training for your CompTIA, your like those IT trainings, because essentially that's what I want to do, IT trainings. And so she was like, if you want to do that training, look into this program. And so they also provide you funding so that you could take those exams, and you take all of this training for free. So I say all that to say, apply for your unemployment so that you could be eligible to get all these other trainings and access to all these other certs and all of that. Because while you're updating your resume and updating your LinkedIn and all that, you want the unemployment stuff to be going through, because it may take a while to get that. And then once you start getting it, you're going to feel like you're a little bit behind, like in the money. So that's why I'm like, apply for it as soon as you can so that you don't have to keep waiting for it. So yeah, that is what's going on right now as far as me and being unemployed. I am still feeling pretty good. I am not depressed. I am not like sad. I am very hopeful. I think I'll be able to find a job that I'll enjoy. I actually had two interviews this past week. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about like where I am in the job market. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. But I am definitely enjoying my time of doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it. Now, I say that with the caveat of I'm not making the money that I used to make. So I have to remind myself, yeah, we can't buy that because we don't need to buy that. Yeah, thank God for savings and emergency funds and unemployment. So we're good. But to those who are not as lucky or as fortunate or are just going through a hard time, take a breather, breathe, exhale first, and then start reaching out to your networks. Yeah, so I think that is it. I think that's all that I had to share about being in this moment of unemployment and just my confessions of an unemployment girly for right now. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off here. Hopefully I've given somebody some type of encouragement. You're not alone, y'all. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you have any questions about maybe budgeting or saving or some of the unemployment benefits, how to apply, things like that, you can drop a comment below, or you can send me a DM on my Instagram. I'm at LuckElea, and hopefully I can help you, or again, give you some type of words of encouragement or even just motivation, because you are definitely not alone. So I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.